Alright, it is time for day 4 of Snowbound. So, we are making incredibly good, incredibly fast progress, because, I mean, of course we are. We have a rocket jumper, we're playing a light Krieg. I haven't gotten a new XP relic yet, but I think that'd be good for us as well, because that extra XP has been really helpful. And I did accidentally cut a hybrid out of the video yesterday, so this is a combination of the degreaser and the slagga, and basically the slagga is the slagga, but the degreaser is a high fire rate, status effect damage, and status effect chance, and weapon swap speed weapon. I think it normally only comes in fire, and of course it is a reference to Team Fortress 2, where the pyro has a flamethrower called the degreaser, and it actually just is a fast swapping like flamethrower in that game. So yeah, just a thing I didn't cover. And then from here, we're just gonna plow through the rest of the story. And if we have time, I might try to kill level 50 Terra. I don't know if it's a good idea, but we'll see if we can do it. Okay. Okay. I always forget the movement is super good, but that's so good. Now, I know I haven't really addressed it, but of course the enemies do have different projectiles on their weapons, and I think this is solely to make them fire slower and encourage the movement speed playstyle that the mod seems to really like, since, you know, we do naturally move faster than we would in vanilla. So it's just an interesting note there about that. I think that that's why they have the different, like, projectiles. Pretty much. I just got a Majima Striker. Okay, sure. So this just has whatever the Striker does, that high crit and... Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah, of course his gun does just enough to put me under health gate and then enough to one-tap me there. But if I'm lucky, we can just do that. Cool. Uh-huh. I love spamming release the beast to leave an area. It's super duper balanced. Of course, this is a problem with any mod that likes to have a toggleable buzz axe, but it's unfortunate that that is a thing. Honestly, you know what? I'm playing Krieg. There we go. Yeah, this was a problem in Azurlands as well. It's okay. Oh, Bones, while I got you here, what was the thought process on making the Infinity not, shoot Infinity? You wanted to make an Infinity hybrid, but giving infinite ammo to every pistol is just too OP? You thought just cutting out the reload while still consuming ammo was good enough compromise? Oh, okay. Oh, the regular Infinity still has infinite ammo? Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know if hybrids had any unique interactions with how the legendaries, like, fuse. And I was worried that you took away the normal Infinity, which fulfills a very niche playstyle and isn't outright overpowered by itself. So I was just worried about that. But that's a good then, if it's only on other guns. That makes sense. Honestly, hold on, are you close enough? Yeah, you are. Alright, I need you to actually, like, hit me a little bit. With normal... Hold on. Thank you. Just do melee about it. It doesn't matter what boss it is, just hit it. Infinity pistol that takes bullets out of the inventory and not the mag. That would be a way to balance it. If you didn't want to have an infinite gun, but you still wanted to buff one shot, one kill and stuff, just having it pull from the reserves would be really, really cool. I thought that, like, that as an idea could be really cool for a Vladov sniper or, like, a Jacob sniper. If you scored a crit, it gave you, like, it pulled ammo from the backpack. Sort of like the Destiny 2 or like the Destiny 1 Black Hammer or White Nail perk or whatever it is. Black Spindle. Alright, and there we go. Hopefully Bunker might drop some new stuff for us this time. Would be curious to see what else there is in the pool. Also, a sham would be greatly appreciated. That's not a sham. Okay. You remember long ago in a galaxy far away you watched this one BL2 person? And then you met me and realized everything you knew about the game was wrong, because they sucked at the game. So, I don't... I understand how easy it is to get information about this game wrong, and that's why I try not to pass judgment about it too much. Because, like, even some of the stuff that we thought was right for years turned out to be incorrect. And it's just unfortunate that most of the popular content for BL2 is from years ago. Long before we actually learned how to do anything. So people just assumed that, oh, well, this is probably still correct. Because, like, why would a thing about a game change? Those are railers? Why are they railers? They have Mollywand barrels. Those must be a unique item then. Wait. Oh my goodness, being slagged makes you throw things slower. Does that apply to all your projectiles? That would be interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay. I wanted to sit with it and test it for a little bit before I really talked about it. In this mod, slagging an enemy, or I guess being slagged, slows bullets and reduces damage dealt by that person. So instead of being a damage multiplier debuff, it is an enemy deal less damage and shoot worse debuff. Which is probably fine. I would imagine that the game is certainly rebalanced around not needing it. So it's just kind of a nice quality of life that you can go with or without, and it's just up to user, whatever. It's up to you, pretty much. Ooh. Longbowed Slag Singularity with 0 fuse. Well, I don't know if we'll fight Master G in this mod, but if we do, that'll be really, really nice. Did I just get another hybrid? Yes, I did. Okay, these are actually more common than I expected them to be. Well, that's fun. Sure. cars.
Bloody sand! Give me back my skull!
And then Krieged all over.
Open your veins!
Ooh, he dropped Matryoshka. Okay, high fire rate and mag size, low damage. That's a 40 mag rocket launcher with an 8.4 fire rate. Well, we can't use it yet, but we will surely use it. Interesting. I do not have a plan for TVHM Saturn. This is just gonna be rough, realistically. Yeah, this is about to hurt.
Rampage time!
Well, hold on. I guess if I just spam release the beast about it, then I shouldn't really die, technically. He disappeared. Also, that was a lot of XP. You know, as much as the projectile speed on this thing needs a little bit of a buff, since I do have enough air control to just stop myself mid-flight, I can force it to work through Pokos, which is super duper fun. So that's definitely a big plus about that, at least. Oh, he drops the hive, and it's also a roaster. Interesting. So hive does hive stuff, and roaster seems to do roastered stuff. Okay, sure. Interesting. And then we do have that rocket launcher we still need to test out. So this is just a very high fire rate, very spammy rocket. I guess if we paired it with this... oh, that could be fun. Okay. That's not the strongest rocket in the world, but we'd pair it with rocket jumping. We can maintain its ammo pretty well. Okay. Alright. We're gonna try to do melee about this, see how it goes.
It's time to go insane!
There we go. And warrior. Oh, we have plenty of damage. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so TVHM Warrior is down. We absolutely moved today. There was very minimal stopping, and our melee damage is super duper good, even without like a melee shield or any other really extreme stuff going on. So yeah, this has felt really good. We're gonna go try to fight Terra after this, but hopefully we got a legendary drop or two here. So I'll look around for a little bit and see what we got. We have a Whiskey Tango, which does Whiskey Tango stuff. And I guess that was it. I think our role got taken up by a relic, since, you know, Warrior can roll between legendaries, a mask, or a relic, because, you know, that makes sense. So, yeah, just the Whiskey Tango world drop, I guess. Okay. So, the golden chest in Sanctuary cost 5 Seraph Crystals to open, and I haven't opened it yet. Oh my goodness, wait, does it give a legendary each time? No.
Look at that pungent kill stick.
But the items are still really nice. Okay, interesting. Well, we got a Bada Boom 8-ball. Okay. And then just a couple other nice items, but like, you know, another hybrid. Okay. So so we're not gonna run melee since we figured out that we can get stuff from that chest. So we've got the 8-ball on to try to trigger some rocket damage with a bloodbath. We're gonna try to use a rock spitter. We've got a health shield, a reaper, and a Torg Allegiance relic we got a while ago. And then for the build, we've got mag size, we've got swap speed, bloodbath, we've got boiling blood, we've got extra fire rate, we've got blood explosion, kind of just because it costs a single point. We've got max health, fire rate, more explosive damage, 1 point in thrill of the kill, and the rest in salt the wound, kind of just because why not? So, sure. See how this goes. Alright, go ahead and build up some stacks of fire rate and reduced accuracy. We seem to lose a lot of accuracy really, really quick. We are gauge levels of bad right now. And not incredible for our damage, but we are kind of just messing around. So I guess if I had a better build, this would probably be more okay. My accuracy with this is negative. It's really bad to the point of not actually being able to hit properly. Interesting. Okay. Okay. No funny accuracy skill this time. Oh my goodness, this thing has negative accuracy even without that skill. Huh. Okay, so hybrids. Probably. Okay, so we've tested out our funny little scrap gear, but what if I did respec melee and we tested that out instead? Because this works, this would be fine, you could do this, but I just want to try to hit the guy and see what that does. Alright. Yeah. This melee damage is pretty solid, I would say. Now, of course, I could have a +6 Screamsicle at this point, for the extra damage there. But you could totally do this too. This would also pretty much work. Now, that is a problem. Since we can take a lot of knockback in this mod really, really easy, we can touch the top of Terra's arena, which causes Terra to reset. So Terra just got his full health bar back. It's kind of a problem, but it is what it is. Could just try to actively avoid it, but that's pretty hard to do when he does that sometimes. We love a good resetting fight. Okay. Yeah, you see, I don't know if that'll re-trigger the fight or not. Okay, good. So just go to orbit if I have to.
Such beautiful misery. Never stop the killing. Never. Keep the blood pouring.
There we go. Oh, he drops a lot of Seraph crystals. Okay, interesting. Well, let me scrounge those up real quick. Alright, and that fight gave us 42 Seraph crystals, which is a lot. And we've got the mobster with a mag size of 0, 240% melee damage, okay. Killing an enemy increases movement speed and melee damage, can't fire bullets. Okay. So, melee a guy, get movement speed and more melee. I'm playing Craig the Sicko. So of course this is going to be really, really good for us. This sounds gross, honestly. So I'll have to see how that goes. We've got our Slayer of Terra. That feels really, really good to see. I'm glad it wasn't one of the other characters. So fire damage and chance and max health. And then we've got blood-filled guns, we've got feed the meat, we've got burn baby burn, pain is power, and elemental elation. Okay. So more of a tanky Hellborn then. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's interesting. There's a Pearl. It's a Godfinger. It does Godfinger stuff. Incredible. Okay. And then we have a Striker Teeth of Terra. Okay, so our first teeth is also a hybrid. So it does teeth stuff, but also has the high crit and accuracy of the Striker. Yes. Cool. And then we have Captain Blade's Rapier, which has 300% melee damage on it. And you receive more melee damage from enemies. This is what it's already supposed to kind of do. But that's substantially more melee than what it does in vanilla, an extra 100% more. So that's pretty neat. I think, of course, the mobster probably is better for rolling, especially on our character. But that's really, really cool. I do like that. Alright, and we did get a flacker, but I'm going to re-roll it just to see. Yes, it is just a legendary of any type. So that's cool. Interesting. We'll go ahead and sell what we got from that since we did re-roll it. But this is very neat. I do like that. So, having used this a little bit in 1000 Cuts, I don't actually think it'll be any amount of insane that I expected it to be. Of course, it is still pretty darn nice to use. But with at least Krieg here, since our health maintenance is kind of rough sometimes, we don't really get to abuse it too much. Now, if you were a Minimus Fall Zero, I could imagine this is probably really, really, really good on him. But on Krieg, it probably just kind of feels okay, at least compared to just, you know, doing Buzz Axe about it. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even think about this. You can get grenade kills to trigger the effect. So I could run a hybrid grenade melee Krieg, which would also work with Fuel the Blood to get more grenade damage. This might just be a fun nade melee hybrid style. I almost want a fastball for that. That sounds interesting. Ooh. Cool. Alright, yeah, sure.
Rampage and fill the red bar.
Look at that movement. Here. You know, I think it's a pretty good sign that I'm mobbing through Bloodshot on purpose, casually. Do you know how often I would have gone this far into Bloodshot testing a single thing? Never. I never do this. It's good. And I mean, I kind of brained myself into the whole feel the blood, grenade, bloodbath, chaining hybrid shenanigans, but like, still. The gun is kind of like encouraging that in my brain, and I like that. Alright, and yep, that'll go ahead and do it. So I am really a big fan of this whole melee nade hybrid thing that I just thought up. So we might try to do that into UVHM. Of course, tomorrow we are going to probably just blast out UVHM story. Maybe if we have time, we'll start a DLC. I don't really know. It might be a little more painful in UVHM. I might have to play a little more boots on the ground instead of just rocket jumping everywhere. So we'll just have to see how that goes, but that'll do it for today. So, day 4.